Just want to do a quick video about dementia and the phrase that if you're dealing with somebody uh, in your life that has dementia, you'll might hear this if you haven't already, and it's "I want to go home." Uh, my mom said that a lot. I want to go home, and she was in a house she lived in for over 30 years. And if you don't realize, and most of the time you won't realize that they can't help that. And it's hard when you're in the middle of that situation. You want to say, and I did offer, "You are home. You are home." But she's like, "I want to go home." And it's like, "You are home." It's like confusing and frustrating, and especially if you're working and then uh, staying, like I stayed with my mom at night some. Uh, Thankfully, I had two sisters, so I did get some nights off. But I was with my mom a lot when I wasn't working, and you're exhausted at times, a lot. So you don't always have time to research. And I do remember like googling it, and it said something like they just want it to be somewhere safe, and that's what it meant. I want to go home. So, and eventually, you learn to little tricks just to lie. Say, well, we're going to pack and go home tomorrow. Um, it's still hard because it's a repetitive thing. It'll happen every night, most oftentimes. Um, you might get a night or two where it doesn't happen, but you can expect it will happen a lot. Um, and I will say this, the only thing that made it a little, and I mean a little easier, when my mom did go to assisted living and she again said, "I want to go home." The fact she said it so many years when she was home before she went there, I mean, that did make that part a little easier because I know she would be saying that if she was at home. But it was hard for her to be, for me, for her to be not in her home. So I just want to talk a few minutes about, if you hadn't heard that phrase, if you are dealing with somebody with dementia, you probably will hear that phrase, "I want to go home." Take the time, find the time to Google and read about it. Just distract them and tell them, "Oh, we're going to go home tomorrow," or "We're going home soon. It's dark. Usually it'll be at dark time, nighttime when they start to want to go home." And sometimes I've heard people, they'll put them in the car and drive them around the block, and that'll satisfy them. I didn't personally try that because um, I don't know. I guess I heard people say that, and I just never did. I was able to just distract her. I mean, once I got past trying to convince her she was home, which it really is pointless to try to convince a dementia patient that they are home. You can try. Um, you will probably become very frustrated. Um, but know that they can't help it. And the best thing to do is lie. I hated lying, but I lied and just would tell my mom, "Oh, we're going home tomorrow." Or, I might say her other daughter, my sister, "Oh, she's going to come take you home tomorrow. I got to go to work, so and so's going to take you home tomorrow." Things like that. And two, along with the going home, sometimes you'll get packing, so be prepared for that if you haven't experienced that. And it's not the suitcase kind of packing. Well, it wasn't in my mom's case. She just used the little plastic shopping bags you get at the store. Um, but I just wanted to talk a little bit about the phrase "I want to go home." And like I said, take the time to Google it. I just actually Googled it again. So I'll put a link that popped up because it seemed to have some good tips about, some distracting things you can do. And also, it was kind of saying what I said. It was sometimes, it doesn't mean really what you think it means. I want to go home. But anyway, if you like my videos, please like, share, and subscribe. And I thank you for listening.